Hi there, friends, and a pleasant good evening to you. Coming live from Brentwood High School, it is a Week 9 matchup between your Ellwood City Wolverines and the Brentwood Spartans. Brentwood is 7-2, and the Ellwood City Wolverines are looking to win their last game of the year for the 2019 campaign. I am Brad Windhorse. We're going to have to wait on Thad Sturgeon. Unfortunately, he caught a little bit of traffic here and there. A great drive. If you like scenery and you made this trip, you would probably enjoy this drive. If you're like me, taking an hour and a half drive on Route 79 is probably not the most favorite thing in the world. So we're going to start this broadcast here without Thad Sturgeon, but he'll be coming here shortly. He'll be taking over, making the right calls instead of myself making the wrong calls. We're about 2 minutes and 40 seconds away. We're going to give you guys some updates throughout the night. It is a little bit of a tough drive, so we are a little bit short-winded from that drive. So we'll do a little bit more information during halftime. We'll probably have a little bit longer than usual final stats because of the long drive back. There's no way we're beating traffic, so we'll take the time that is here with us to make this play. As we are speaking live, guess who shows up? The Thad Sturgeon.
Why, hello, Brad. We made it, and we are not in Farmville anymore. You forget how much you appreciate and like your home surrounding. I ran here, okay? So
I bet you did.
Talk a little bit.
I bet you did.
Talk about it, some breath. It took me 40 minutes to go the last 6 miles.
Well, I tell you what, to give some breath to Thad Sturgeon, on your screen right now is the BV. I said it again. Week 10 is going to be somehow randomly around us, and it's going to be Midwestern Conference. The Midwestern Conference standings is on your screen right now. Freedom and Neshannock are both clinched. We do have a little bit of an update with those standings. It came down to Gardner points. We kind of didn't know what was going to happen with Shenango, but no matter what the outcome tonight, even if they win, they will be 4 points short on the Gardner if that scenario comes into play. So sure enough, Shenango Wildcats are eliminated officially as of last week from playoffs. Even though they kind of have the better record, in the conference standings wise. On top of that, the battle is going to be between Riverside Panthers, New Brighton Lions, and Western Beaver. Now, Western Beaver plays Saturday at 12:30 against Freedom, and that game could or could not mean a single thing. Western Beaver will know tomorrow or tonight at the end of the night whether or not tomorrow's game means anything. They can win this game tomorrow, be 7-3, and still not make the playoffs. That's insane to think about, but it is what it is. But Riverside and New Brighton are going off. Whoever wins that game is automatically in, and on top of it, Riverside is technically already in as well. So unfortunately, I didn't put that on the screen. Riverside's in. New Brighton has to win. They're in. If New Brighton wins, then obviously Western Beaver's out. And depending on how that game goes, then it could be Western Beaver. So there's a crazy scenario. It will be pretty much determined tonight what is going to happen.
Well, you just said a lot there, Brad, and as we're getting set up here, getting ready for kickoff, I think it kind of shows you the strength at the top of this conference. We got so much. We saw Shenango, and they looked awesome against us. We saw them, and now we come to find out tonight they're on the outside looking in. So, it's been we knew tonight would be some playoff games. Some things kind of fell into place that to find them teams toward the top, but. Nonetheless, we have a game here to play tonight in Brentwood. I missed the pregame show. I apologize, Brad. I was trying to just construction in downtown Pittsburgh, and I know a lot of people. I know other people that are behind me coming in that left before I did.
I took the Route 79. Or the 79 route, and that was an hour and a half drive.
A friend of mine's a trucker, and he stopped by the farm today. I said, hey, I got to go to Brentwood tonight. What's the best way to get there? It was 3 o'clock. He said, leave right now, get there, and take a nap before the game, and you'll be fine. And unfortunately, it did not work out. But Brentwood, a pretty good team.
7-2
7
conference.
7-2
or 7-2 overall. They are already clinched. So this game, I don't want to say it's meaningless, but they have the opportunity, if they get up early, to rest their players.
Yes, and of course for Ellwood City coming in 0-9. We got 3 seniors out there playing tonight. This will be their final game. I forget how many cheer we had tonight. The cheerleaders made the bus ride down. We got Ellwood City Blue Band. They're here in full force. Not sure who won the toss, but Ellwood is receiving this kickoff. The game underway. Beautiful field here. Picking up there at the 20-yard line by Zach Gatto up to the 25, 35-yard line. So about a 15-yard return there for sophomore Zach Gatto. Has really come on here as the season progressed. Had the injury there a bit of the way through, but he bounced back from that quite well. Wolverine offense coming out here with under the direction or helm of number 6, I beg your pardon, Ryan Gibbons. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Sidecar to his left. In a really nice stadium here. I'm pleasantly surprised. Handoff there, Tyler Powell up through that middle. Nice pickup of 5 yards there on that first down run for Tyler Powell. Tyler, handled most of the bulk of the carries here this year for the Wolverines. The junior sat out 1 game, if I remember, Brad, with some injury. Got everything checked out. He was cleared back to play. He's carried most of the balls here for the Wolverines this season. 3 wide outs. Going to make it 4 wide outs to left. There's a handoff to Ashton Wilson. Kind of make something out of nothing and nowhere to go for Ashton. Loss on the play.
Number 58,
Luke Bauer on the stop. About a 3-yard loss on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. So as we on this 3rd down play, we've seen that Wolverines certainly do much better on 3rd down later half of the season. Gibbons back to pass, surveys. He has some time. Pushed out of the pocket, throws to the right. Ball just out of the reach of number 27. That's young Spatafor, right? Yep, Anthony Spatafor. Ball falls incomplete. That's going to be a 4th down for our Wolverines. Be time to punt for them. Back to receive. Number 20's back there, Aiden Wardzinski. Last year, remember, Brad, we finished the season out last year against these Brentwood. What are they?
Brentwood Spartans.
The Spartans. And that game went into triple overtime.
Yes. It was a very
with
good
the
game.
Wolverines, in the mud. A little high snap. We got a flag up there. High end over end kick. Taken there on a run by the 38. He's at the 50, all the way down to the 45-yard line. Tackled there by number 19, Braden Hendrickson, but not after about a 22-yard return. We'll wait to see what the flag was. The flag was right at the snap. It was before the punt happened from my vantage point.
And the officials are coming over here. I think it's going to be illegal motion or some procedure issue.
Some procedure issue. And
with that good return, they're going to decline it.
They're going to decline that. The Brentwood Spartans starting in Ellwood territory at the 45-yard line. That's about a 17-yard return on that. Okay, we get to see the Brentwood Spartans on offense. Their quarterback is number 14, pitches to number 17. Not much running room there. Met resistance pretty quickly. Number 53, Cameron Reynolds, was in there to slow things down for the Wolverines. Number 14, the quarterback, John Milsick. Got a pretty good arm on him. I think he had to sit out a game. Maybe we went over the stats for him. Throws some interceptions, but he also throws touchdowns in the process. Just 1 yard gain of play. Handoff there. Misdirection. Nice. There's a fumble. Ball on the. I think Ellwood's got it, Brad.
They did. I think it's Rodney Grimes. Nope. Peyton O'Brien.
With
what a play.
The fumble recovery. You know, they kind of faked a jet sweep, and the tailback came through, got the ball, and I don't know who made the initial hit, but knocked the ball out of the hands.
Initial hit was Number 53, Cameron Reynolds.
Cameron Reynolds coming up on 2 plays. Just take that back there.
Yep.
Okay, now we got a 1st and 10, Wolverines ball on their 49-yard line. Points off of turnovers. We talk about that every game. Let's get some here, Brad. There's a handoff. Quick shifty move there by Tyler Powell. Gonna pick up about 4 yards on the play.
And the big thing on that, too, is that was number 58, Bauer. I have the feeling this is going to be Bauer all the way on that defensive line there.
Yeah, Luke Bauer. He's coming in at 5'11", 200 pounds, but that's a solid 200 from up here, I can see, Brad. So on this 2nd and 6, Gibbons in a shotgun. 5 wide receivers. He's back to pass. Coming pressure. Throws it out there. Oh, thrown to Ashton Wilson, Gibbons' favorite target for the year. And good coverage there. I believe it was number 20.
Yeah, number 20
Number
there.
20 in there on Aiden Wardzinski. We've said his name a couple times. Really got in there to disrupt things for Ashton Wilson to catch the ball.
Kind of making up for his own mistake on the last play.
Yes, was that, I thought that was him. I didn't get confirmation on the fumble. So 3rd and 6. Big, nice 3rd down here. 4 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Back is Gibbons. Has some time. Throws it out there just a bit too tall, a little too quick for Ashton Wilson. Ball falls incomplete. That's going to be a 4th down for the Wolverines. So not able to capitalize off of that turnover. If nothing more, glass half full kind of guy. We're going to maybe flip the field position here a little bit from where we were.
Right. I mean, not saying that you'll take a punt and pin it deep, but after that first attempt wasn't very good.
Right. So Wolverines offense 2 3-and-outs here to start the game. Early goings, 9 minutes gone to 9 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Gibbons, nice spiral kick, taken there at the 18-yard line. Shake and bake is number 3 up through that line. And there we got a flag coming in there late. I didn't see what that was, but as it stands right now, the ball is at the about the 25-yard or 35-yard line.
Tackle was by number 19, Braden Hendrickson for the Wolverines. We'll see what this flag is.
Yes, that's 2 special team tackles for Braden, but the flag came in after the would-be returner caught the ball. And they're walking backwards. They're walking left, and that's what we want to see. I still did not see the call, Brad, but
I did not either.
I don't know if they.
I'm wondering if they did a hold or a block in the back.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's looking like a spot foul, but they're taking it all the way back.
Looks like the 17.
The 17. That's actually he caught the ball at the 18, returned it, and now he's starting at the 17-yard line. In the shotgun. Back to pass. Looking way downfield. He got number 4 down there, and he made the catch. He's at the 35. Wow, big-time play there. Number 1, is that number 4, the receiver?
Number 4, yep.
Michael Silvio just took the ball, and he had a step on freshman Nick Magnifico, and he made him pay for it. Took the ball all the way down to the 32-yard line. That was what, a 50-yard pass?
Yep.
50-yard pass play from Milsick to Silvio. Around that left side's number 20. On that left side run, they seem to be running that way the couple times they've had the ball. That was number 20 once again, Andrew Wardzinski. On the run. Spadafora on the tackle. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 1. Ball in Wolverine territory on the 24-yard line. Beautiful night. I'm sure you talked about Bradford football. No rain, little chill in the air, but not too bad. There's a handoff over that right side. Got our flag on the play. That was Wardzinski again on the carry. Rodney Grimes in there for the quick stop on that right side. I tell you, Rodney did a nice job shedding that block that time.
He did.
To get away.
I have a feeling this is going against
Yep. We got some
Brentwood here,
procedure.
so illegal procedure again. Somebody moved too early or something like that, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on top of that.
Going to bring that. We'll replay second down.
Yeah, I mean, mark this down. I have never seen a high school football season where we've not, knock on wood, seen rain. Like, it's insane.
It's been
what
just
a beautiful season.
Beautiful season. Maybe we'll see the same as we move into playoffs. So, in the shotgun, he's back to pass again. Surveys the field. He's under pressure. Rodney Grimes missed the tackle. Weaving and dicing his way through there. And nice tackle there by Peyton O'Brien. Not after Milsick got up to about the 29-yard line. Picked up picked up the penalty. Picked up 5 yards.
The big thing about Milsick is that he is not only a passer, he is also a rusher.
Was he the same quarterback as last year?
I believe so.
Okay, I'm thinking that too, Brad, because we saw him. He was their offense last year. Calls his own number. Straight up the gut he goes, finds his way through, got enough for the first down, takes the ball all the way down to about the 13-yard line. So a pickup of 11 on that play. So actually not quite that far. They mark it at the 14. So picked up 10. Got enough for the first down. Brentwood driving here on their second drive of the half. It's a really beautiful field here. Got the turf track around it. Obviously play some soccer here.
They even have an outdoor pool that they're just putting in there up there.
Wow. 1st and 10. Milsick in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Hands off to 20. Stood up there after just a couple-yard gain. Gang tackled there was Wardzinski. And tried to pull there, but Tyler Powell was in there to slow him down, and then all of his buddies came in to finish it off. So going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. We've got a great sound system here. On this 2nd and 7, ball on the 12-yard line. Milsick in a shotgun. He's back to pass. Throws it out there to number 10. Nice coverage there that time by Nick Magnifico. Going to get him down to about the 6-yard line. So picked up 6 on the play. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and probably about a long 4.
Yep.
So, and we've seen the Wolverine defense step up here in the last couple weeks on these 3rd downs. You got a 3rd and 3. Milsick can get in a shotgun. Wardzinski, his sidecar to the left. 3 wide out. That's the keeper there for Milsick. He's around that left side. He's got blockers. He's in. Yep.
Number 10.
I saw that block, and when I said he got blockers, we had a hold out there. I think we're going to see.
Yep, this one's definitely coming back.
Number 10. He just held on.
And it was great because when the ref threw the flag, he just points right at him.
Yep, Ashton Wilson was held so bad on that one. I thought they were going to slow dance. All right, got the hold. And that's going to be 10 yards from that spot of the foul. We'll redo 3rd down again. They can get a 1st down and not have to score. They got to get the ball inside the 4-yard line. So march off the 10 yards. It was a spot foul.
Yeah, so technically because of that, he would have had the 1st down and the touchdown. But he comes right back 13 yards.
So
or
back to the 13-yard line being a spot foul. But it happened at the 3. On this 3rd down, he's back to pass. Got a man out there. Makes the catch. Big fella, number 32. And he drives his way into the end zone for the Spartan touchdown. Ian Thomas, senior guy, 6'2", 210, on the 13-yard pass from Milsick to Thomas. They just really cleaned things out there and left him to be pretty wide open there in that flat. So 6-0, 4:40 left to go here in this first quarter. Extra point forthcoming. Last year, remember, Brad, this was just a mud bath. It rained the whole game, and So they appear to be going for 2.
Does look like it.
And they got 4 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Quick pass out there to Wierzinski. Tiptoes his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That was just more of a, I don't want to call it a screen. It was so obvious what was going to be coming with all them out there. So at 4:40 left to go here in this first quarter, it is 8-0. Brentwood Spartans. So as we'll wait just a brief time out here. We'll stay here live. Brad, I just want to say a few things. I'll say it again in the second half. We have a lot of people listen throughout the year. I think we're averaging like 750, 800 viewers per game. Tons of traffic on the EC Wolverines website. I can't thank you enough for tuning in. You guys keep tuning in. We're going to keep doing this. And we have so many people we can thank that we'll do throughout the evening. I just want to say right now, I want to thank Brad Windhorst, our producer. Got his own microphone this year, and I think it's just made the program that much better. Nobody out there knows the time that Brad puts in to Ellwood City Sports. We text throughout the week. We talk throughout the week. I know he's a fantastic teacher at Lawrence County Career Technical Center, but it's a passion of his, and it shows in the work that you do, Brad. Thank you for all you do, and it does not go unnoticed. I'm just going to keep reminding people of that. So 8-0 here, the Spartans leading our Wolverines. Up to kickoff. Back to receive is Ashton Wilson and Zach Gatto. Taken by one of the up men, number 9, Peyton O'Brien. Nice way to get his feet there to get a couple more yards. Brought it out to about the 42-yard line. About a 10, 12-yard return for Peyton O'Brien. He was an up man who just got that ball. Peyton, we know, got pretty good hands and snagged that ball out of the air and ran it forward where he was pushed out of bounds. The Wolverines offense, there's been different competition, obviously, each week, but we've seen it keep better each week here in the past couple of weeks, particularly. We had, we're going to call that one dead. That was some movement there.
Yeah.
I think half the line went on Hut, and the other half was going to go on Go. So wasn't hard to tell who was pulling on that. As they went around. So, 5-yard mark off.
Once again, we want to send our appreciation. Thank you, Thad, by the way. That was great. We appreciate what you do every week in, week out, and it's always a pleasant, good evening when you go on. But also, we want to say thanks to Ricky Venezzi. He told us that we are live, so
fantastic.
107.3
back
WXCD.
In the shotgun, sends Wilson in motion. We've seen that. Oh, little halfback pass. Oh, he got ate up. And he dropped the ball, did he not?
He did drop the ball.
But I think he got it back.
I think he got it right back.
Little trickery there is Ashton Wilson. We've seen him run that jet sweep, but just nobody was there to block number 58. Yeah, Luke Bauer. Say him again. Loss on the play.
It's about 11 yards.
Loss of 11 yards.
Not the best way to start a game.
25-yard line. So
I think this Brentwood team definitely has a really good defense. You're going to have to be north and south. There is going to be no trickery in this game.
Yep, and second and 25, handoff to Tyler Powell, and in the backfield to disrupt. That was Bauer once again.
I believe so.
Yep. So
the announcing is so great here.
Yeah, the announcer in a locked room next to us, we have no problem hearing him with our headphones on. So, and which is great.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful stadium.
It's a beautiful stadium.
We have our own media room, which is great. So we are by ourselves. It's kind of scary at times to just kind of hear your own voice.
I miss the Ray kid, man. He's one of my favorites. Back is Gibbons. Shot around there, throws the ball, and wisely throws it into the water coolers on the sidelines. He was under heavy duress as he rolled out, and there was just really nobody open. not really anybody much downfield there for the Wolverines. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 22. Ball resting on the 29-yard line at the 3-minute and 4-second mark of this first quarter.
Yeah, definitely not the start for the Wolverines. That's now 3 drives.
Three
punts.
drives, 3 and outs.
Good punt.
High end over end. Taken there to 37 by number 3. Jukes and jives and kind of gang tackled there at the 45. Credit number 70. That's Stiffy. No, Damon McCandless in there with the stop with the help of Spadafora. So how far did that punt go, Brad?
About 36 yards.
36 yards. We're gonna. Gibbons is going to get that. He's probably going to be in that 35-yard average range by the end of the year.
Yeah, tonight it's going to be a little bit shorter than most, just because, unfortunately, with that, how cold it is, how crisp it is, that ball is going to be very not only heavy, but it's going to actually kind of sting to a certain degree off your foot like that.
Well, and I don't know how much they bounce on here,
right.
as compared to
Correct.
that. So shotgun again is Milsick.
And unfortunately,
is that Wolverines that moved?
Yeah, unfortunately, the Wolverines
just did not get back on sides quick enough.
There's
There's be encroachment for the Wolverines.
There's a grace period there to get your butt back on the sides, but unfortunately, he went and actually, I think he touched one of the linemen.
I think I just saw the replay there, and he did hit. So very nice to have 107.3 on board. Took a little bit here after the first couple games since we started the season, and I'm sure that's something that hope that we can keep on going through as years. I mean, I should ask you, Brad, are you coming back next year?
Plan to.
Okay, I'll be here too.
If they'll have me.
Yeah, Lord willing, and if we don't say anything to get us kicked off the air in the next 3 quarters, we'll be good to go. He's back to pass, looking downfield. He tucks the ball, rolls out there to the right. He's at the 40, 35, 30 with blockers, 25. Chased out of bounds at the 22. He went back to pass, surveyed the field, had great coverage down the field, and I thought he was a dead duck there at about the 45-yard line. He got them speedy long strides.
Yep.
Kind of encouraged out of bounds there by Nick Magnifico. But big first down. What was that, 25?
Yeah, over 25 yards, about 27 yards.
27-yard run. So ball's resting right on the 24-yard line for Brentwood inside in Ellwood City Wolverine territory. Milsick in the shotgun again. Sends a man in motion, brings him back. Hands off to number 17, Speedy Kid around that left side. Makes a man miss. He's down to the 10, the 5. Oh, just about the 6-yard line. That was number 3, Jace Keeb.
Yep.
No, it was 17. I'm
17,
sorry.
sorry.
17. Amir Spencer. Speedy around that left side. Kind of stiff-barred somebody. And made it all the way down.
So
Spotting the ball at the 6-yard line. First and goal,
yards.
Brentwood. This is a different team than what we saw last year.
Right.
We knew last year they were very one-dimensional. It was the quarterback. They got some running backs to go with them.
Right.
Now,
not only that, but they also have.
They're 2A. I'm sorry, Brad. These guys are 2A. Correct?
Yeah, they're 2A.
Okay.
They also have 3 wide receivers that can all catch. So weapons aplenty. Quick handoff.
Handoff there to the right side. Stiff arm, number 32, into the end zone for the 6-yard touchdown. That was Ian Thomas, another senior, 6'2", 210 on the 6-yard touchdown run.
I believe there is a flag on this side.
I do see that now.
I'm wondering if it's going to be a face mask or something like that at the end. It is going to be a face mask. They're going to assess it on the kickoff. Or no, wait.
No, it was against. He motioned.
Oh, so number 32 must have reached out and actually grabbed the face mask of the defender, which is not allowed.
You can stiff arm, but you can't grab.
Correct.
So, on that first and goal from the 6, and I'm assuming that must have been a spot foul because he started doing that from about the 1-yard line, Brad.
Right.
So it's going to be first and goal now from the 16-yard line. Sends a man in motion.
Fumble on the play, but he picks it
back
up.
Did Milsick
actually
driving his way
for him.
forward? He played basketball too because that ball kind of bounced and came right back to him. Yeah, just pick the ball up. The center quarterback exchange was not smooth, but the wherewithal to pick the ball up and run down to about the 1 yard line.
Looks like they're going to say the 2.
Oh, 2? Okay.
Yeah, they're going to say the 2. Spadafore's been named a lot tonight.
Yes,
starting to make some plays like crazy. Just under 2 minutes.
Yep, there we go. Now number 20. He's driving his way in. I'm not sure. Yep. We got a signal for the touchdown. Number 20, Aiden Wardzinski, in for the 2-yard run for
and there is something said after the whistle. Here we go. Flag on the play after the touchdown. Yeah, definitely after the touchdown. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, the flag came in way late. We'll wait to see what the conversation's about.
Let's see. Ref's coming to the Brentwood side. Definitely looks like it's going to get
personal foul. No, against Brentwood.
They're going to call both ways.
Okay.
So they're going to say offsetting penalties. The try was good, so the touchdown by number
was
20
good.
Yeah. So offsetting penalties. Wonder if this team does not, unfortunately, have the kicker. If I'm correct, the kicker is the actual quarterback, I believe.
Okay. So, all right, and I'll see what they're going to do with.
So it looks like they're going to line up once again for 2.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, if I'm correct, the kicker is the actual quarterback, so I'm wondering if they're just going to go for 2 every single time.
Okay. Bunch to the right this time back. He passes, kept the ball.
Stiff arms.
Miss. Oh, Noah Bunny. Was that Noah Bunny stopping him from getting in there?
Nope, number 50.
Number 50.
Andy Vrabel, if I'm correct.
Andy Vrabel, but I think Bunny was in there with the initial pursuit, kind of dragged him. Yep, you got to give that to Bunny. Senior Bunny, he was there the whole time and pulled him down. So the 2-point conversion does not fails. So with 1:44 left to go here in this first quarter, it is 14-0 Brentwood over our Ellwood City Wolverines.
Little break in the action. We want to say congratulations this past week to the girls volleyball team. They finished the season, if I'm correct, 11-2 on the season. More importantly, they qualified with a really good seed, a high seed, to take on technically as the home team against St. LaSalle. They played at North Catholic last night and pulled up and got out with the win. They won in 5 sets, 3-2. So they now will take on North Catholic. Place and time and the date, I think, still to be determined yet. But what a great season they've had. They improved to 12-2, and they move on to the second round of playoffs.
Yes, they do. And those are pretty exciting. I'm fortunate to make it into them, but I know a lot of people that have. And they're exciting and a lot of fun to watch. So number 12, the kicker on kickoffs, Lamar Williams, run up and kick, drive and kick down there, taken again by fumblage, and falling on the ball there at the 33-yard line
was Spadafora.
Kind of ball went between Spads and O'Brien, took a funny bounce. They had the wherewithal to jump on top of the ball to stop from going. So the Wolverines, hard to believe, it's their 4th drive of the first quarter. So you don't see that real often. Not getting much going here this evening on the offensive side of things, but it's early. And we have been stronger as the games have gone on.
Progressed on, yep.
So I formation, Gibbons. Handoff there, and he's hit quickly.
Oh, my gosh, and I don't even want to say it. Number 58.
Number 58.
Oh, my
Vaughn
goodness.
in there.
Wow.
Or Bauer in there on Tyler Powell. Tyler, he was hit right immediately as he got the ball. So Bauer holding
You're trying to do that counter trap option to the left side, and he could technically get it outside, but unfortunately,
I think
Bauer blows it up.
Bauer just gets in there so fast.
Yep. This may be fullback time.
Yeah. There's a handoff again to Powell. Really nowhere to run once again. Tried the right side this time. And there's black shirts in there pretty fast. I think it was 56 plugging some holes there.
He's going to finish. Bauer's going to finish the first quarter with about 7 or 8 tackles.
Got Rodney Grimes out there starting to center. Number 63, Anthony Baird. Number 50, Vrabel on that line. We'll get the rest of them for you on this 3rd and 9. Gibbons back to pass. Rolls out to his left. Throws down there. Nice catch there by Ashton Wilson up at the 40-yard line. Unfortunately, I think he's going to be about 1.5 yards short of that first down marker.
The nice thing is they're going to have the second or the timeout here between quarters to think about it. I mean, you don't want to necessarily go for things in the first quarter, let alone second quarter, but
0-9, last game of the year.
14-0. You go
okay,
for it.
That is the end of our first quarter. It is 14-0. All Brentwood Spartans here in this first quarter. They're leading our Ellwood City Wolverines 14-0. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by EllwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Ellwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Ellwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Well, welcome back, folks, as we start this second quarter. Ellwood City with the ball on this 4th and 1. They appear to be going for it from their own 41-yard line. Gibbons under center. Handoff there. Tyler Powell. I thought he had that initial line of scrimmage. He needed 1.5 yards, and I think he's going to come up short. Well, he just didn't have the blocking, and we didn't really get to the numbers yet of the Brentwood defense, but there's some meat on that line. Not tall guys, but stocky guys, and just could not get around them. So ball over on downs. Brentwood will take over with wonderful field position at the Ellwood City 41-yard line. 1st and 10. So early goings here of this second quarter. So this guy's actually yelling at people to cheer. Pitch back there. Over that left side's number 20, Wardzinski.
Good tackle there by number 2, Zach Gatto.
Zach Gatto in there to disrupt things, to slow him down a little bit, but not after about a 7-yard gain. So 2nd down and 3 for Brentwood. Credit Ashton Wilson with the tackle.
Yeah, Gatto went and fought off the
give Gatto
the block
assist. I don't care what
Wilson came in.
That thing says. Give him an assist.
Yep. It's a nice thing about electronics. You can give him the assist.
2nd and 3. Handoff,
32
around that right side. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5.
Even.
Touchdown. Number 32, Ian Thomas. And I tell you what, I didn't realize he even had the ball. That Milsick does a fantastic job of deception on where he placed the ball. And 34 yards later, they're celebrating in the end zone. It's 20 to... Wait. We had a flag on the play. Holding. Take them points off the board, Brad. Holding against the Spartans. And it's going to be 10 yards marked off. The hold happened downfield. Spot foul. So going to bring it back to a 2nd down and 12 for Brentwood.
Wow. Talk about an impact there. That changes the points off the boards. Whew. Lightning fast.
2 to the right, 1 to the left, sidecar to his left. Sends him in motion, empty backfield for Milsick. He's back to pass. Quick throw out there to number 10. He's got a lane, but closed it quickly.
Perfect tackle,
Credit
number
Carter
10.
Lutz. Really came up from that quarterback safety position and put a nice lick on number 10, Janelle Latham, to stop him after a short gain of about 6. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for Brentwood. Brentwood winning the contest, leading in the contest 14-0. I think we got a timeout, it appears.
Not really sure by who. Have a feeling it was official timeout, I believe.
Okay.
Actually, check that. It was a timeout by the Wolverines, supposedly.
Okay. So Wolverines using their first timeout of this half. 2 remaining. So on this 3rd and 6, got 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Back to passes Milsick. Surveys, keeps the ball, runs straight up the gut to the middle. He's a 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. What a well-designed play. That's knowing what your athlete can do. Milsick just took the ball, let everybody spread out, and up the middle he ran. I mean, he ran straight.
Yeah.
Well, straight up. I mean, he was on the hash mark just about the whole way.
You could tell that was a flat-out draw right from the start.
A draw, and it gets so tough when you have to defend a player like that because we saw him take the deep ball earlier. Can you put somebody back there just to shadow him? Ellwood City did not that time and made him pay. That was about, 44-yard run?
Yeah, about 47.
47.
Sorry, check that. 37.
37-yard touchdown. Make the score 20-0, 10-23 here. And they are going for 2 once again. Spreads them all out again. To the right, to the left. Quick throw out there. He's wide open. Who was that? Number 17, Amir Spencer.
Wide open. Nobody even checked him.
Well, watch the replay, Brad. I don't want to say there was a pick. Well, one juked and one jagged, and he was out there by himself. So the 2-point conversion is good, bringing our score to 22-0. We'll just take a quick timeout and be right back. Welcome back, folks. Here, 10:23 left to go in this second quarter. The Spartans of Brentwood leading 22-0. They're going to kick off here again. Back to receive is Ashton Wilson and Zach Gatto. They run up the kick. High end over and kick this time. Taken there by Zach at the 18-yard line. Makes it to 25. Oh, made it to the 30. Met with authority there.
By number, I think 56?
54, I'm going to call
54.
it. 54. Xander Johnson, 5'9", 150 pounds. There's 2 people about the same size that met there in the middle and brought down nicely. So Ellwood City Wolverine ball, looking for their first down of the game. Ball on the 29-yard line. So Gibbons in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff Tyler. Met there. Man, alive. This kid's a beast.
Whew.
This Bauer kid, wow. Hit Powell in the, I think he got back. We'll give it back to the original line of scrimmage. And they're trying to block this kid, Brad. He just knows how to shed,
Wow. Insane.
He just knows how to shed blockers.
I may or may not be encouraging this announcer to say more. Oh, my.
Okay, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. Gibbons back to pass. Rolling his left. Got Peyton O'Brien there. Picks it to 30-35. Up to about the 38-yard line for young Peyton O'Brien.
Talk about good patience there. Peyton was covered, and then that linebacker slipped off, and I tell you what, he got a good play.
So sophomore Peyton O'Brien making his mark here on the team this season. So 3rd down and 2. Wolverines looking to convert their first 3rd down of the evening. They're about 0-4 and 0-1 on 4th down. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Quick pass out. Oh gosh
my.
Almighty, was he lit up.
I just hope he gets up.
Get up, Ashton.
Okay, he did. He got right up.
He did.
Man.
A quick pass out there. And
You got to check that.
to Ashton Wilson. And number 24 was there to just gobble him up. He got there just about the same time. Aiden Davis. And just laid Ashton down. Got up, did Ashton. That kid's taking some licks this year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 4th and 2. Punt formation for the Wolverines. To punt. Nice kick there. Taking it to 29. Up the middle he comes.
Good
Who hit that
tackle.
kid?
Ashton Wilson.
Ashton Wilson, come back. You do that to me, I'm going to do that to you, just said Ashton. Limited to about a 5-yard return for Brentwood. On a return, that was number 3 again, Jace Keeb. So Brentwood setting up shop here with 8:45 in the 2nd quarter. Ball right at the, going to spot it at the 36-yard line.
Tell you what, unfortunately, we like seeing Gibby on the field, just not that way.
Right.
What, 5 punts
Punt
now?
a little bit.
5 punts now.
So, not sure what delay in action is here.
Couple substitutions here and there, I think, from that kickoff. Just kind of delays it a little bit.
On the line for the Wolverines right now on this defensive line, number 53, Cameron Reynolds. Number 50, Andy Vrabel. Number 57, Noah Bunny. Number 67's out there as well. Milsick back to pass, surveys. Throws the ball out there to number 24. He's at the 45-40. Wow. Number 24, Aiden Davis, just got behind everybody. And Ashton Wilson made a saving tackle there at about the 38-yard line. Pick up
26 yards.
26 yards on that pass play.
I tell you what, that is now his 5th receiver on the night already.
Oh, is that so?
That's 5 receivers already. They love to spread the ball.
And has he thrown an incompletion yet?
I don't think so. Other than maybe the penalty, which doesn't.
Which wouldn't
it wouldn't be incomplete.
Handoff there to number 20, Wardzinski. Makes a man
stiff arm.
Still on his feet. He's at the 20, all the way down to pushed out of bounds there by Spadafora at about the 14-yard line. He just weaves his way through there.
Big stiff
Gets
arm.
it down to about the 14-yard line. Pick up of 24 on that play. Now they mark it at the 50. Give him 23 yards on that play. I think the misdirection that we're seeing here with Milsick being such a threat, Brad, they don't know if he's going to keep the ball, take it back and throw it. He does, I think, hide the ball quite well.
Yes, very deceptive.
Deceptive, and got that ball that time to one of his favorite running backs. He's back to pass again, surveys. He's got some time. Throws the ball deep down there. Ball's too far for intended receiver, number 24, Aiden Davis. Ball falls incomplete.
They must have heard you up here.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Why didn't I say that like at the first quarter?
Incompletion, finally. I tell you what, that may be not only the first 0-yard gain, but they've been just chunk plays,
Yep,
chunk
plays.
yards.
And we, I know we're at the last game. We can think about the season a little bit. We'll probably do that some in the second half, but that's been one of the Wolverines' defensive problems this year is them big monstrous plays. Them 30-plus yards plays. There just was too many of them. Milsick, hands off there. He's at the 10-5 into the end zone. That's number 17, Amir Spencer, on the 15-yard touchdown run over that left side. He came in motion, so he did, and he had blockers downfield. He just ate everybody up. Into the end zone, he goes for the touchdown, bringing the score to 28-0, 8:13 left to go in this second quarter. No Sammy DiCaprio tonight. I think there's a knee issue there. And Levi Smith is on crutches still from the hip injury that he received earlier. A couple other kids in street clothes over there. There's a pass. Hit there. Was that batted down?
That was batted down.
Carter Lutz got his fingertips on that to make it the two-point conversion fall incomplete. So that makes our score 28-0. That'll keep the score at 28-0. I want to give a shout out. They have them dinners every Thursday night. And last night, Brianna Hendrickson and her mom, Joanne Welsh, fed the players last night for their last. I don't want to say last supper, but the last meal as Ellwood City Wolverine team for the seniors. The last supper for this season.
A couple other things. We will be doing a season in review with the Wolverines unfortunately not making playoffs next week, next Friday. I will be sitting home and cozy doing some kind of report, whether it's an audio broadcast or video. We'll see. We'll do a season review of the stats, the standings, the results, and we will do a preview and a little update of playoffs for week one.
Great. All right, week one upon us, and when will they do the pairings? Does that come Monday night?
Pairings will be, I believe, Monday night.
And
we will go. We'll talk about that stuff as well. We may even do a live video then as well.
Okay. Stay tuned to ecwolverines.com for all the action. Here's the kick taken by Peyton O'Brien once again. He's at the 40, up to the 45-yard, rolled forward, did Peyton there. About a 15-yard return.
Yep.
On the play for Peyton O'Brien. He's kind of snagging them balls out of the air.
Yeah.
They're not kicking the ball real deep. He's being one of the up men. That's one thing, there's the special teams. We've seen some nice returns out of the Wolverines special teams unit this year.
I think this kind of shows that somebody was looking at film.
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe so. We're going to see it again.
1st and 10, the 45. Gibbons handoff there to Powell. Little momentum this time. Pick up about 2 on that play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8.
That could even be a strategy for the second half, having Brentwood receive the second half instead of the Wolverines. We've been lights out coming out of that third quarter. Yeah.
Yes, they have. Caden Kreiser down here far to the right. Receiver left. Hand off there to Powell. Got some room. Full steam ahead. Picked up about 6. Number 20 came up, put a lick on him. Aiden Wardzinski. But not after about a 4-yard gain. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4. The Wolverines looking for their first down of the half. But they are now in Brentwood territory, ball resting on the 49-yard line.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't want to say this, but this is probably one of their most successful drives of 6 yards.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at in the game. Gibbons sends O'Brien in motion. He's back to pass. Throws it out there. That's just short.
Complete to Peyton O'Brien.
Yeah, Peyton
he is
O'Brien
short,
for his second catch of the night.
but no doubt.
Right to 45. He needs to get to about just inside the 45-yard line. The ball is going to be resting on the other side of the 45-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and, I'm going to call it inches for the Wolverines. Seeing Peyton O'Brien in that backfield a little bit more we haven't seen.
Right. I could see
throughout the season.
This could be a quick handoff to number 22 or 23 right up the middle for sure.
22, Anthony Teolis in the game.
Maybe even a QB sneak.
Yep.
There it is. And unfortunately,
if they give him forward momentum, Brad, but
yeah,
it has to be that first shot that he got through there.
The far judge is on the 45. The close judge is at the 46.
Yeah.
Now the far judge moved back to 46. It's looking like he didn't get over. Yeah. Like he
just didn't really get that interior push that he needed, did Gibbons.
Yep, no brain there.
No
Turnover
on downs for the Wolverines. They are 0-2 on 4th downs this evening. 6 minutes, 3 seconds left to go here. Brentwood with the ball. Nice field position, ball resting just across the 45-yard line of Wolverine territory. Milsick handoff there, number 20 to Wardzinski at the 50, the 45, weaving his way through.
Runs into his own player.
Down to the 39-yard line.
It's like it was pushed technically out.
And his misdirection that
insane
time just juked the Wolverine defenders right out of their shoes. Oh, pickup of 10, 20, 24, 23 yards. So it's 1st down. We're ahead of the guy on the clock here. There you go, you got it. 1st and 10, ball on the Wolverines' 37-yard line. Big number 72, Benjamin Bobbert in there on the line. The backfield. Shotgun, handoff there. Number 20, Wardzinski again. Man, they just can't wrap this kid up. He's down to the 30, the 25, the 24-yard line. Taken down there, Ryan Gibbons. But he was dead in the water at the line of scrimmage, and he weaved his way out of there. Not for another 14-yard gain. Maybe further than that, Brad.
Yeah, 15 yards.
Marked him out at the 22.
Just
Brentwood just having their way with the Wolverines. The Wolverines are reacting, not attacking on defense right now.
And they're just trying to reel in the troops just to try to stop them for no gain.
Yeah, and they're just
I tell you what, though, it is awesome to watch this quarterback going from the pistol under center. Oh, that should have been called, and they're going to call it tight end. Number 32 moved off the line.
Miss seeing that. So,
but yeah, this quarter, I mean, this is like a great option where you can have the quarterback under snap, you can have him pistol, shotgun. That's awesome. The play action, he can run. Three-way weapon right there.
Right, and Milsick being 6'4" has the opportunity to really survey the field and see things. And
long strides, everything.
Moves him quick.
You want a protocol.
We kind of heard about him, on the 92.1, the radio show.
Yep.
They'd always talk about Brentwood, and they would talk about Milsick. Spread him out this time, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Quick pass out there to number 32. Got a blocker out in front. He's the 20. I don't know where he's going to get out. Then pushed out of bounds. That was Nick Magnifico, I believe, on the push out.
And it looks like they're going to give him the first down.
Was Ian Thomas. Marked the ball. The ball was at the 15 there. They're only down to the 13. The ball was at the 22. I beg your pardon.
The 12.
The 12.
There we go.
Down to the 12.
Yep, gives him the first down.
Gave him the first down. No, they didn't. 2nd and inches.
Oh, okay.
2nd and a half a yard. at the Wolverine 12-yard line. Under center this time, Milsick. The man in motion. Fakes to one, goes to the other, got the first downs. Number 20, Wardzinski follows his way forward. Going to be about the 1 yard line. Not sure who got the tackle on that one.
Yep, right on the 1 yard line.
Right on the 1 yard line. Nick Magnifico got up from the bottom of the pile. So, first and goal now for Brentwood. Ball right at the 1 yard line. They're just piling on the offensive yards here on the air and on the ground, mostly on the ground. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Milsick on handoff up the middle he goes. For the Brentwood touchdown. Number 24, Aiden Davis, senior in his last regular season game, gets another touchdown. So it's 34-0. Can you be mercied in the first half? I think you got to wait till the second half.
No, you got to wait till the second half, right after the kickoff.
So they're going to try the 2-point conversion once again. Kind of that same formation we've seen 4 times tonight. Hand off to number 1, and he's taken down there. Josh Recker, would be an attempt. Hit in the backfield and taken down. Carter Lutz kind of hit him. So, 4:54 left to go here in this first half. We're going to take a quick timeout. It's 34-0. Brentwood Spartans.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by EllwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Ellwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Ellwood City, bringing you your rocking needs.
Welcome back, folks. We're 4:54. It's 34-0. The Spartans of Brentwood leading the contest. Run up and the kick, driving kick this time, taken there by Gatto at the 20. He's at the 30. 35 there, met there. Big number 54, Xander Johnson there was there to meet him. A lot of sports going on. We'll have halftime stats for you after we get to watch the Ellwood City Blue Band. The Brentwood Band looks rather sizable down there. We'll listen to them as well. Big night in sports. This is Game 3 of the World Series.
Yeah.
This is the first game.
And I tell you what, Garrett.
That's been in Washington.
And Garrett Cole has kind of gone back to maybe his pirate ways.
He's going to get paid quite handsomely here when it comes time for free agency. Gibbons handoff there to Powell. He's at the 40, 45, 50. Nice head of steam there for number 23.
Took a shot right at the end.
Took a shot there at the end, but
nonetheless, he does get up.
He does get up.
Collect himself.
Take it down to the 45-yard line. So pickup of 18 on the play. Ellwood City's first down of the game. Marking him at the 46-yard line, so 1st and 10.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you don't want to say this, but at the 4:40 mark, you get your first down. Oof.
Yeah, it's not.
That's rough.
That's rough. That's rough. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. 1 slot guy there. Gibbons shotgun. Hand off to Powell. And there's number 58 with authority. Boy. Throws him down.
Oh, boy.
Luke Bauer for about a 4-yard loss.
There has to be some halftime adjustments you've got to make.
Because I think the halftime adjustment is going to be your mercy, and they sit number 58 to get ready for the playoffs next week. Wow, this kid's a beast.
If I'm correct, that was his 9th tackle already.
And how many for losses?
At least
no
4.
No gain or loss.
No gain or loss, at least 4.
I'm afraid Rodney Grimes is going to be seeing 58 when he closes his eyes tonight. Gibbons. Oh, dropped the ball. Jumps on it. He does. Back at the 43-yard line. He went to throw the ball out there in the flat to Ashton and just lost the handle on the ball. Ball all the way back in 44 in Ellwood City territory.
Yeah, it sets up a
3:28.
3rd and 20.
3rd and 20. But this is the first World Series game in Washington, D.C. since 1933.
And I was
going to ask Tom Heckendorn how it was.
Well, I was going to say, then at that point, then it wouldn't have been Washington Nationals. They would have gone through the Montreal Expos and then back to Washington.
You missed my joke. Tom Heckendorn.
Oh, no, I did.
Coach Tom Heckendorn, he was about 8 years old in 1933. We could ask him how it was. But, no, we Coach Tom Heckendorn, along with the whole entire coaching staff of the Wolverines, no doubt this season did not go as they had hoped and planned. But you'll find a lot of times them teams that are 0-10 put the same amount of time in as the teams that's 10-0.
Right.
And if Coach Lamenza came into this position, you had a team that won 3 games last year, 2 games the year before. Not many seniors, knowing that this was a building year. And
we got to remember that they made the playoffs in 2010, 2011. Weren't just 7 or 8 years removed from the playoffs. There were teams that were 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, just missing playoffs.
Yep. So he knows we got a rebuilding year here, and it's been that. We've had some positive. On this 3rd and 20, Gibbons rolling out to his left, throws the ball down there. Throws the ball out of bounds. Ball is obviously incomplete. So we got 4th and 20, punt formation for the Wolverines. I'm sure the Wolverines would look forward to the off season. They're going to have their banquet December 8th. That'll be a nice event. They always have the cheerleaders there and recognize the seniors and all the players for the time and work that they do put in. Gibbons back, hits the ball, kicks it. Nice kick there for Gibbons. Taken there at the 23, hit immediately.
Tackle. Zach
Gatto down there. Alongside Ashton Wilson was in there as well. So ball on the 25-yard line. It's about a 31-yard kick there for Gibbons. I think that's the first time we've been in a stadium where the announcer has announced, the Ellwood City cheerleaders. They give them a moment to get a little loud. So 1st and 10. Milsick still in there. 2 wide outs left, sends number 17 in motion. Oh, blown dead. I think we got a pre-snap false start here for Brentwood. And, as you think about playoff teams going into that, Brentwood, I don't know how many penalties that gives them tonight, Brad, up to this point, but there's been probably 7 or so. We'll have all the updated stats here at halftime.
Yeah, they've got a tough division or conference, shall we say. The team that's ahead of them is Burgettstown. Right now, Brentwood is the number 2. And Burgettstown did beat Brentwood last week.
Quite handily, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Now they moved again. So we got a 2nd and 20 now. Or 1st and 20. Brentwood going in reverse. Is that fog or smoke? Something on fire?
I believe that's fog, because they have I think that's one of their softball or baseball stadiums. I'm wondering if they have some kind of softball practice or something going on up there.
All right, quite a facility here in Brentwood. Driving in here, I still don't know where I'm at. All of a sudden, I looked up and I saw the stadium. So I'm thinking, am I at the right place? They moved again. Good grief.
Oh, my goodness.
Are they just trying to pad the stats to make the field longer?
I tell you what, though, you are right, though. This is a great facility. Like I said, I don't know if you saw it or not.
Somebody, I think Brentwood just called a timeout.
Yeah, it's probably best
that
they do that. But when I don't know where you parked, Wise. I'm parked right up off the side here. Right in front of me, to the left, is an outdoor pole that they've been constructing. So I don't know if they're going to have
I saw the construction going on.
Yeah. It's neat. You have the outdoor pool. You've got the tennis courts. You've got basketball courts. You've got the football field. And if I'm right, I have no doubt in my mind that is a softball or some kind of baseball. Who knows? Maybe even deck hockey or lacrosse. I don't know. Unfortunately, I usually know the teams fairly well. This is the one team where this is brand new to me. So
don't get down. And, they're going to realign here this winter, Brad. I think that usually happens in, February.
Yeah, correct. They have. So what happens is they have to report their numbers.
Numbers being the graduating seniors.
Correct. They have to report their numbers before Christmas break, I believe, for next year technically. And then it waits till about January, February till they finally establish something.
1st and 25. They did it again.
Oh, my goodness. We cannot make this up.
Grief.
Not 1, not 2, not 3. 4 fall starts in a row.
Wow. Wow, this is almost historic.
I don't know if there has been 4 fall starts ever. I don't know.
Back to back. It's first and 30. Ball resting on the 5-yard line. So let's see if they can get a playoff this time. They did. He's back to pass his Milsick. Throws the ball out there through the hands of number 24, Aiden Davis. This announcer is cracking.
I tell you what, I love this announcer. He just said, just a little bit outside. And I think that was a little bit farther than that.
Getting a little bit Bob Euchre on us here from Major League. Are you old enough to know what that movie is, Brad?
No, of course not.
Okay.
That's a little.
I'm driving down here tonight, and I'm listening. I'm jamming out. And here it's Classic Rewind, and it's all songs that I knew in high school.
Oh, nice.
But they're classics now. That means I'm getting old.
Yep.
Milsick, going to run it around that right side. Got them legs a churning. Goes out of bounds there at about the 20 yard. It's 34-0, folks. We're finding stuff to talk about here. Okay.
Got pushed out by Zach Gatto.
Zach Gatto pushes him out.
Listen, you know what they say about people who get older?
Yeah, they lose their hair.
Oh, I was going to say they supposedly get wiser, but.
Well, I had lots of room to grow in that department. So, 3rd down. I thought it was 2nd, but it's 3rd. That's fine. 3rd and a manageable 13 yards for this Brentwood Spartan offense.
So 3rd and 13. Our announcer's telling us that what just happened there a couple times, getting into the action. I love it.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. Sends a man in motion. Milsick awaits a snap. He's back to pass. Looking down to see him. He's got number 20 down there. Don't see him. He's going to get a 1st down. It was 1st and 30. He's now pushed out of bounds there at the 38-yard line. No flag, so we're going to start over again with a 1st down.
The problem, unfortunately, for the Wolverines there is they were in prevent. They were in zone coverage, and nobody spied.
So many deep.
Yeah,
and
nobody
Milsick
spied the quarterback.
He saw that, and away he went.
Man.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. Milsick shotgun. He's back to pass. Got a little dump over there at the 40, 45, 50. Head of steam ahead. He's to 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 21 man to beat. He's down to the 5. A touchdown. 60-yard dump pass. Who caught that ball?
Number 20.
Number 20, Aiden Wardzinski. Get the white flag, folks. It's 40-0 in the first half. 2:19 left to go. Wow.
I don't want to say it this way, but when you do a dump pass or a screen, it's not really trying to go for big yardage. You're trying to get the blockers out and trying to get first down.
He ran right through a bunch of white jerseys.
Right.
So
this may be the first time to kick.
See the kicker come out.
Okay, so the kicker's number 10.
Janiel Latham. He's a senior. Waits the snap. Ball is down. That kick is up. And he kicked it through with authority. That kick is good. It's 41-0. Brentwood Spartans. Hey, some stuff I didn't get to research it enough coming down here, but some of our former players are playing tomorrow in college games.
I'm assuming Nick Iannelli.
Nick Gallinelli.
Yep.
Being very successful
Colgate.
up at Colgate. Rick Petrelli at Geneva. And he was talking to his dad, Rick, last week, and getting some playing varsity time. I'm not sure what their record is right now. Rick, if you're listening, go ahead and text me. Geneva College. And as a walk-on, Luca Bodai from 2 years ago, 2018 graduate.
Yep, wide receiver.
On the field at Youngstown State University.
No way.
Yes, he is.
That's
so congratulations
awesome. Congrats to
Luca.
We saw him
wide
last
receiver.
year at the New Brighton game. He came
up in
booth.
he came up in the
That's
booth,
awesome.
and you could just tell. We had in the booth was my son Seth, Luca Bodai, and Toby Kelly.
Yep.
And man, there was 3 guys that wanted on a football field so bad. I mean, my son, I think it was the first time I really saw him. Man, he missed it.
But I tell you,
it's like, wow,
and not only
out
that,
there.
but the maturity.
Yeah.
They came up. That was real nice to see. It's great that when we get friends in here, we can talk to and everything.
Yep, we welcome that.
Unfortunately, we didn't have them on the broadcast, but I tell you what, that was very, very good to have.
Yep, it was. So, best of luck to the former player. And the Chambers kids playing W&J, I think it is.
Wow. All over the place.
19-yard line. That's Ashton Wilson this time. Driving his way forward up to the 33. Don't hold me to that, but I think I saw a Facebook account that he was on the field there for W&J. Donovan Chambers from last year's football team.
If that's the case, you have one at the 2 at the FCS level, and then you got one at the Division 3 then.
Yep.
And then technically,
and Nate Russo is at Geneva, but unfortunately was hit with a knee injury this week, and his season is done.
Right.
So, okay, 2:12 left to go here. Wolverines offense on the field. About the 7th time this half. Gibbons under center. Hand off there to Tyler Powell, big number, 58. I don't even look at the number anymore. You see that guy go in there, and you know he's in there. Wraps him up. Couple-yard gain for Tyler Powell.
I have a feeling the next 2 plays are going to be both runs.
Yep.
I can kind of bet on that.
55 left here in this first half. So 2nd and 8. Gibbons. Oh, he's back to pass. Looking downfield. Finds Peyton O'Brien there at the 46-yard line. That's enough for an Ellwood City first down. So Peyton's 3rd catch, I believe, leaving. How many yards on that, Brad? About 8? Maybe 12.
I believe so.
Enough for a first down, all the way out to the 50-yard line, or 45-yard line.
About 11 yards.
11 yards for Peyton O'Brien.
Hey, second,
and that's something
first
to remember. Next year we have the quarterback coming back. Ryan Gibbons, just a junior. Ashton Boyson, just a junior.
Tyler Powell, who went over 650 yards.
Yep, had 2 games over the century mark.
There's potential
there again. Knifes his way forward. We've seen him do that quite a bit this season. Diving forward for about 4 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. All of that line's coming back outside of Noah Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Your senior. So ball on the 49-yard line. 45 seconds left to go in this first half. Gibbons under center, I formation. It's Tyler Powell again. Keeps turning them legs. Just going to be
still going.
They're
going to say fumble.
Fumble on the play, and that's recovered by Brentwood.
Number 50, I believe, recovered that fumble.
Yeah, and I tell you what, looking at the replay real quick there, I don't know if Tyler was down, but he kind of was trying to fight for that first down mark. Ball comes out. But still, a Brentwood player down on the – that's their quarterback. Number 4 Michael Silvio, slow to get up. He was not putting much weight on that one leg.
I think it's no, it's not their quarterback. That's number 4. Number 4.
Number 4. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
Nelson.
you're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
number 4.
Yeah.
Michael Silvio. So, I beg your pardon. Michael Silvio is a wide receiver. Had a pretty good evening.
So kneel down.
Takes a knee. They didn't start the clock, but they did now. And that's going to do it for this first half. We'll keep an eye on Silvio. He's still on the bench there, trainer looking at him. So at halftime, it is 41-0, Brentwood. Enjoy the halftime show. We'll have some out-of-town scores for you, as well as halftime stats. Have you seen any scores yet?
Not yet, but I will be looking here shortly.
What are you doing?
Guys, how's it going in there for
Good.
you?
Yeah, it's good. We're getting crushed, obviously. So, you got one animated announcer.
Yeah.
You don't hold back.
No, not at all. seriously, if you guys want something, knock on that window when I'm over there.
Sounds good.
I'll send a text if I can't do it, and I'll get you guys taken care of.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so
Alright,
much.
Dougie.
Have fun.
See you tomorrow.
Apparently they're up over 200 some yards rushing. They only gave up 14 on here. Wow. Wow. That's unheard of.
It's crazy.
Hi there, folks. Great halftime show there from the Brentwood Spartans band, as well as your Lincoln High School Marching Blue band. Great shows there. They had both these bands look pretty good tonight. Sounded very, very good. No doubt had a very good marching season, and we wish them the best for the rest of their school year, and more importantly, a great thanks for making some great halftime festivities. On your screen right now is the halftime stats from this game. The halftime leaders, performers for the first half is up on your screen right now. You got Brentwood, John Milsick. He is the main guy tonight for Brentwood. He is 7 for 9, 180 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. He's also added 128 yards rushing, an 18.3 average, and 1 touchdown. Receiving-wise is Aiden Wardzinski, 1 reception, 60 yards, 1 touchdown. And then defensively, Luke Bauer, 8 tackles, 3 tackles, 4 loss. A half that's just dominated. You could tell it kind of from the score, 41-0 by Brentwood. They're going to come out in the second half and have a running clock. Halftime stats, it's 41-0 in favor of Brentwood. Total yards, 424 yards to 53. Let me say that again, 424 yards. 244 yards rushing compared to 24. 180 yards passing yards to 29. So again, 424 yards to just 53. Turnovers are 1 apiece. First down, 17-2 in favor of Brentwood. Penalties, that is the one thing that is hurting Brentwood, 10 for 65. Time in possession, the Wolverines with 3 extra minutes. All right, maybe to the most important thing on the evening, the out-of-town scores. And I tell you what, Thad, you're going to be impressed. I mean, we're going to have to think about this. We may have to go to the record books on this. On your screen right now, Central Valley, the game of the week may be in the Whippules. Central Valley up on Aliquippa. Not 31-0, 38-0 at halftime. We are going to have to go to record books and determine the last time that Aliquippa has ever been mercy technically before halftime. I don't know. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Mr. White is out there. He's looking up some stats and information. I tell you what, 38-0 on that one.
Maybe Aliquippa's not playing all their starters. I'm assuming being week 10, but still.
I'm looking at the reporters, and they're saying they are playing. So Central Valley apparently is that good. We knew they were good, but that good. A couple other scores. We'll bounce to the away from the Midwestern real quick. Newcastle's up on Ambridge 36-7, so it looks like Newcastle will qualify for the 5A playoffs there. West Green is up on Union 33-14. Laurel is blowing out Northgate 55-0 in a game that unfortunately means nothing for them. All right, here are the 2A Midwestern games. New Brighton is up on Riverside 28-12. New Brighton wins. They're in. Riverside has also clinched as well. So kind of a meaningless game, but at the same time, Riverside could play spoils to New Brighton's season. Mohawk is up on Summit Academy 14-8, looking for their second win. And then finally, Neshannock is up 10-7 on Shenango at halftime. So there's your halftime scores. Still, I mean, we could talk about 2A Midwestern Conference, but that 38-0 Central Valley on Aliquippa it's mind-boggling.
Halftime.
Unbelievable at halftime. And that's a team that Aliquippa only had 14 yards rushing against them. If I'm right, if I'm looking at the numbers right, they have given up over 200 yards rushing in the first half.
Are you sure this isn't some kind of prank?
I am not kidding you.
You got
I am getting
confirmation.
sources from Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, the Newcastle News. I mean, I'm getting everything. I cannot make this up. You know what? It's very close to October 31st. I don't know. Something's out there. But looks like we're about ready to head into the second half here. The Wolverines will be kicking off the ball to Brentwood. It will be a running clock, probably for the best for everybody.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So, hey, thanks for that halftime reporting, Brad. As we're winding up this start of this second half, Ellwood City kicking off. There's a run up and a kick. Driving. Oh, taking her to 30. Nice snag there, but number 15 is out through to the 42-yard line.
Tackle was by number 19, Hendrickson.
And Brendan Wirtz was your ball carrier on the return of about 17 yards. So, 1st and 10 here for the second half. Talking to some of the Ellwood faithful here at the game tonight, and they are as equally impressed with our public address announcer as we are. So, we need to tell them it's Spatafora. If you can get in there, Brad, tell them number 27 is not Spad's Force, it's Spatafora.
I tell you what, though, if not quoting Donald Trump, but Space Force, that would be awesome.
Over to the right there is number 5. Pick up about 3 on the play for Tate Jones.
Tackle.
Number 4, getting wrapped up there. We talked about him, the wide receiver for Brentwood. See him on the bench or on the training table there in the sidelines, getting wrapped up. I don't think we will see him the rest of the night with the score the way it is.
Yeah, from the looks of it, right now number 3 is coming in. He's your quarterback, so it looks like there's probably going to be all subs across the line except for across the board except for the line. And even then,
and we may even see that, and you certainly cannot. It's the right thing to do.
Yep.
So back is Jace Keeb on the keeper this time. Rolls forward. I see a flag coming there, Brad.
Yippers on the backside.
He made it up to the 50-yard line. Backside judge with that.
I have a feeling anytime the backside judge makes that call, 9 times out of 10, he's seen the offensive line, so it's going to be a hold or something along those lines.
A block in the back maybe could be a possibility there as that was coming this way. Still blown away by that Aliquippa. Where was that?
That one,
holding?
You know what? I didn't look up where it was located. I believe it is at Central Valley, to be honest, but still, 38-0.
And talk about momentum going to the playoffs.
Oh,
Central Valley
goodness.
gets down there and takes on them guys.
And you don't want to knock Aliquippa because, I mean, anybody could say, well, who knows, maybe that blows up their momentum. I'm telling you right now, don't worry. Aliquippa, they'll bounce back. They'll find a way.
Yeah.
But, wow, 38-0.
So after the hold, going to bring up a second down. Ball resting on the 36-yard line. Rolling clock here, 9:25 left to go. Waits the snap. 3 wideouts to the right. Back to pass.
Oh, wow.
Throws the ball down there. Oh, it was in and out of the hands. Number 2, Mitchell Fox on incomplete pass. And pass was intended to.
Really surprised that they actually threw. Well, you know what? At the same time, running clock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Running clock.
You might as well throw
Number
it.
3, Jason Keeb. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 145 pounds. Brentwood, has maybe just want to get these guys some playing time.
Right.
On this right now. So waits the snap. On the keeper. He keeps the ball. He's at the 40, 45, 50. Brought down there at the 51-yard line. Number 2, Zach Gatto in there on the stop, but not after 14-yard gain. So change of quarterback, but result is the same as he uses his legs to run forward for that first down.
Yeah, so once again, the 1-2A Midwestern Conference game that is pivotal for playoffs-wise, it was 28-12 New Brighton. So if they hold on and win that game, New Brighton would then be technically the 3 seed. Riverside would drop to the 4 seed with Neshannock and Freedom already clinched.
Here we are, 4th and 3, going for it. Rolling out to the right as he throws the ball down there. Nice grab there by number 15. Got the foot in bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. That was a nice catch there. Nice pass from Brandon Wirtz, the receiver. Jace Keeb on the pass. And Quite impressive catch there. Not much coverage on him, but ball was maybe just a little bit high as he was out there running across the field and was able to reach up, grab the ball. I think he actually got 2 feet in. So in shotgun formation,
Could be
sends a
running
man
play
in
here.
motion. A little bit misdirection. Hand off number 5.
Big
Found a
number
hole.
5.
Down to the 25-yard line. Tate Jones, 5'11", 165.
Tackle was by number 22 for the Wolverines.
Number 22, Anthony Teolis with the tackle. Anthony getting some playing time here in the second half.
At the Wolverines, 26.5-yard line.
So rolling clock, 6 minutes, 21 seconds. Ball at the 25.5-yard line. In the shotgun, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Seen this formation. Hand off there to number 5. Full stamp and heave ahead. He's all the way down to the 10-yard line. Picked up about 16 on that play, number 5. Tate Jones, plenty enough for the Brentwood first down. Spatafor with the tackle.
Maybe that's one thing we should work on next year is getting nicknames for every single player. I like Space Force, not going to lie.
I'm going to go with Spads.
Spads.
That was his brothers. We'll go with
good.
Spads.
Too good.
Here we go again. 1st and 10. And off there to number 15, weaving his way through. Spads up there again. Zach Gatto in there to slow things down as well. Pickup of about 4 on the play. They can't get a first down inside the 1-yard line. Going to be 2nd down and 6. Ball on that 7-yard line. So in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. And off to number 5. Falls his way forward. Fort Park's get him down about the 4-yard line for Tate Jones.
I tell you what, what's the numbers? What's the size on number 5? He's a pretty big dude.
They got him listed at 5'11", $165.
There's no way.
But he's got to be taller than that, unless that line we got in there now is all 5'4".
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here.
Okay. He just looks beastly compared to everybody
Yeah,
else.
he does.
Maybe that is my eyes deceive me because of all the subs, but wow, huge guy.
On this 3rd and 3. Shotgun. Rolling out to his right. Throws the ball. That ball's intercepted. Intercepted by Zach Gatto. Good for Zach. I think that's his 2nd pick on the year, is it not, Brad?
That is.
So he just kind of stayed at home there and was able to catch the ball. So that's going to be Ellwood City ball. With the turnover, Zach, sophomore, doing a nice job here this season, stepping up in his sophomore role. So that'll be Wolverines ball now. Ball on the 20-yard line. So 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Sends Peyton O'Brien in motion. Settles in the backfield. Hand off there, Tyler Powell. Falls his way forward. Pickup of about 7 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 3. Once again, want to get this play over with, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 3. Gibbons in the shotgun. Handoff there to Powell. Weaves his way through all the way out to the 38-yard line. Gibbons going to go to the 39-yard line. So pickup of about 10, 11 on that play for Tyler Powell. That's going to be an Ellwood City Wolverine first down. Once again, I want to thank and welcome aboard 107.3 WXCD Ellwood City. Rick Venezzi and company there broadcasting the game tonight. Really glad to get teamed up with them here this year to let us another avenue to broadcast the games. 1st and 10 now, Gibbons. Handoff there to Carter Lutz. Pickup of a couple there, about 5 yards there for sophomore Carter Lutz. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. I'm sorry, 7. They only gave him 3 on that.
Last call for the Brentwood Parent Association game. If you haven't gone around, we'll take it yet.
On the 2nd and 7.
Last call.
Gibbons in the shotgun. There's a handoff there to Carter Lutz. Falls his way forward. I think he's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, it's just going to be short.
Going to give him about 6 yards on that carry. Going to bring up a 3rd down and a short one. Once again, as always, stay tuned to ecwolverines.com for this coming week with the playoff picture coming into focus and games and where they'll be played at. There will be some really good games next week. And
right.
the week after should be a lot of fun to watch. Gibbons handoff there to Powell. Falls his way forward, needed 1, got 2 yards, enough for the Wolverine first down. Just a minute left to go here in this rolling clock 3rd quarter. We want to get this game over with. We can start talking about the winner a little bit and the winter sports coming into play here. Just a few short weeks away. Gibbons in a shotgun. Hand off to Powell. Weaves his way forward for about 4 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. We'll save that to the 4th quarter, Brad, as his 4th quarter is winding down. So I just realized, as nice as this field is, they don't have a play clock, do they?
Yeah, that's the one thing I just noticed I was going to say about it in the first half was they do not have a 40-second, 25-second play clock. It looks like that's going to end the 3rd quarter here. We'll take a short little break, and we'll come back. We'll do a little preview for the winter sports, and we'll talk about a couple things here and there.
All right, very good.
All right, back to the action here. Quick break there between the 2 quarters. Wolverines with the ball. Snap goes to Gibby. Hands the ball off to, I believe, Tyler Powell. Rolls forward. Hit there once and then gets back up. Gets taken down right at the 41-yard line. Tackled by number 12. So we're going to mark it back at the 42. So 3rd and 2 for the Wolverines, who finally have kind of established some running game here. A lot of subs there for Brentwood's defense, but it's kind of nice to see the ball moving, getting a couple first downs, making at least one good drive here so far. And it looks like we got a false start here, and there's finally the flag. So it looks like that front offensive line for the Wolverines did move a little bit early. It's going to be a false start, and they're going to have to bounce back a little bit here. So it's now going to make the 3rd and 2 a little bit longer. It's going to be 3rd and 7, but definitely 2-down territory here with the running clock, and you're down 41-0. So 3rd and 7. Looks like the Wolverines are going to keep with the starters here. I have a feeling they're going to keep their seniors and not only that, but couple their starters in to finish this quarter.
And that will finish the game when this quarter's over. So Gibbons back to pass on his 3rd and 7, rolling out to his right. Looking downfield, run out, got behind there. The ball falls incomplete. O'Brien was there. So no. Going to bring up 4th down and 7 for the Wolverines.
A little bit of a weird play there, but the wide receiver has to come back to the play there, but number 21 almost made a little play on the ball there. So it sets up a 4th and 7 with 9:46 in the running clock. No doubt here, 4-down territory. You go for it. Who knows what can happen.
Gibbons in the shotgun. Wide out to the right, back to pass. Under pursuit. There's a hold there, didn't call. Dive out there. Nice attempt there at the catch by Peyton O'Brien. I think we're going to have a hold there.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold. It's going to be declined.
Yeah, it's going to be declined.
So that will
ball over on downs.
Yep. They'll turn the ball back over to Brentwood Spartans.
Brentwood here taking the ball with the commanding 41-0 lead. A couple of things I want to bring up and kind of just maybe interview Brad almost as we're doing this here. We got basketball season, the fall sports coming up. As always, EC Wolverines, we cover all the basketball game or the football games.
Yeah, basketball's going to be a little bit tough.
Okay.
We'll see how it works out. Unfortunately, I do have an obligation every week on Tuesday, so Tuesday games would be very, very tough. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet.
Okay.
But nonetheless,
should ask you about that before.
It's okay.
Either way, you're going to have the stats.
Yes, there will be somebody there doing
coming
stats, and they will report to us, and we'll have those on our Twitter and Facebook pages and whatnot.
Back to pass. And the keeper rolls forward up to 45. Taken down there, young Teolis. Anthony Teolis with the tackle. Not after. Got some subs coming in here for the Wolverines now. Number 60, Donovan Stifler. Number 70 coming in. Damian McCandless checking in for number 72, Benjamin Bobbert. Austin Gatto coming out, and Braden Henderson coming in for him. There's a handoff to that long-legged number 5. It's about a 4 there to meet him, but not after about an 8-yard gain. It's a player kind of slow at getting up. He did get up for Brentwood. Kind of a little gingerly there walking around. That's a first down. Ball's going to be down at the
38-yard line.
38-yard line.
It's a 6-yard gain.
So that's a first down for the Spartans. Ball to 38-yard line. On the keeper around that right side. Carter Lutz in there. Nice play for Carter. Dragging him down for about a 7-yard loss was Carter Lutz. And he really came in unblocked and read the play quite well, did Carter, for the tackle and the 7-yard loss.
By the way, talking about winter sports, before we get into winter sports, we do have second-round playoffs for the girls volleyball team. I'm kind of hoping, like I said, I do have a Tuesday obligation. If that game is not on a Tuesday, I'm going to try and go to it and try and cover it. Unfortunately, we can't call it live technically because the whole rights with Trib and the Whippeals covering live stuff.
There's a fumble. Chase there is got back to about the original line of scrimmage. Go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, but we'll try and be there at the game. We're going to try and get some action and try to get some video clips from that game once we know what date it is. If it's Tuesday, unfortunately, we'll just do reporting of the score and the result, but I'd like to try and get there as much as I can.
May cover a few girls' basketball games. I don't know if you know that yet, Brad, or not. But if they,
like you say each and every week, we are both working separate jobs and
Yes,
different
we
jobs.
do.
It's
We
not our
do.
one and only thing. This is our passion.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is not
So
our
we
job.
do
This is our passion.
As much as we can. So it's 3rd and 16. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. I think we had movement again. Another false start there.
That may be 8 or 9 false starts.
Yeah, they're racking
this
them
is
up.
this is the
And
second string.
This
but-
kind of time here, you can
Right.
see that. And we are seeing more substitutions in for the Wolverines. We're trying to get them into you. Unfortunately, with the low numbers that the Wolverines have this year, they didn't have any JV games.
Right.
And
I tell you what though, it's not a knock to the Ellwood State program. That's everybody.
Right.
There's
It
a lot of
absolutely is.
programs that are starting to thin out the junior high level and the midget
Well,
level
even-
just because of
even
numbers in general.
our own county,
Right.
it was voted down, but Union and Shenango was talk of a merge there.
With a
just
merge, yeah.
up to a
They
week
were-
ago.
they were definitely
merge is
talking
not on a football team. What do they call that? There's a fancy word.
They call it a co-op.
Co-op. That's the word I'm looking for.
Cooperative playing,
21.
but they voted it down.
Right. Yep. Low snap picked up there by number 5, and he's going to be stopped after about a 2-yard gain. Ball going to be at the 38-yard line. In the final moments here, this rolling clock, 3:46. I said it earlier in the broadcast. We just 0-10, not the way you wanted to go. No one thought, and we thought there'd be a couple wins in this team, but we kind of knew what we were going to be looking at. There, some teams in our division certainly played better than we thought.
Right.
Shenango was a much better team.
Yep.
We thought there would be a drop-off from Freedom from last year. We've seen them play. They're number 1 in the conference. That drop-off's not there.
Nishanik gained.
Nishanik gained. There's number 5 on this 4th and 18, and
Good tackle by
good
number
tackle
19,
there.
Hendrickson.
And I think he brought him up short,
I believe so.
just about a yard short. Needed 18, and he ran about 17 to get that. So it's going to be ball over on downs for the Wolverines offense. But we do appreciate you listening and checking in each and every week. I know we get a lot of people viewing. I think we're at some restaurants around town. I know a lot of players watch the games with their family when they get home, throughout the following week. And we do just absolutely enjoy the opportunity to bring the game to you each and every Friday night on
Right.
behalf of
And-
Brad, Windhorst, and myself.
And we wouldn't be able to do that without viewers.
Right.
Which is great. So the more views.
we can kind of track the viewers
Right.
to a certain extent, and there's a handoff. I missed who that was. Was that Teolis that
I
time?
want to say, naturally, I would say Toronto, because
Yes.
Brooklyn has come in and made this plays, but I'm not sure just yet. Coming out. No, it was still Tyler Powell.
Okay, still Tyler Powell. But we do just really appreciate, we're Ellwood City, ecwolverines.com. We're not really affiliated with the school, but the school has been nothing but good to us. Never been told what to do, what we can't do. And I don't fumble on that play. The coaching staffs have been great for us to work with. We do enjoy getting to meet the players and know the players and watch them develop. And that's where we're at for next year.
Yep.
We saw this young team this year. We don't know what the schedule is for next year, but let's hope it's favorable and get these young players another year in the gym under their belt. A lot of multi-sport athletes on this team that we'll see on the basketball court, baseball diamond, throughout the winter and spring. Just 55 seconds left to go here.
As a further reminder, ladies and gentlemen,
marching off that.
Please clean up your area when you're attending for your refreshment. There's trash cans.
Once again, it was a long drive, sometimes a treacherous drive down to Brentwood, but great festivities. The announcer actually came over and talked to me during halftime. 100% great guy. He was asking me. He said, "Listen, you give me the number. I'll go call the press box. They'll come and actually deliver food." So it was very good, very good.
So, but taken down there. Number 25, that was Brooklyn Toronto that time on the carry. Waning seconds here. We got teams lining up. For our seniors, this will be their last walk off a football field. For our band, this will be their last bus ride to an event. That is the final of the game. It's 41, Brentwood Spartans 41, Ellwood City Wolverines 0. Thank you for tuning in. We'll take just a short break here, and we'll be right back. What's that?
Today's broadcast is brought to you by EllwoodCity.org, the unofficial site for Ellwood City News. Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, your hometown store for all your custom apparel needs and printable sportswear for all types of groups. And by WXED 107.3, located in downtown Ellwood City, bringing you your rocking needs. All right, well, welcome back, folks. Final score from Brentwood High School down below near Homestead down in Pittsburgh, 41-0. The Spartans beat the Wolverines. So your Wolverines, unfortunately, finished the season 0-10. It was a tough year, but we knew that coming into this year with the young youth that they were going to struggle. But, hey, it is what it is. We'll take this as a learning curve, and we'll try to hit the lockers and bring in a great conditioning program over the summer, and hopefully we can rebuild. We'll talk about classifications over the summer and where we're going to be. But kudos to Brentwood. They have a date next week at home. They will host a playoff game in the 2A conference or 2A classification as they finish the season 8-2. All right, so some final stats from this game. Scoring by quarters by Brentwood. All 41 points were in the first half, 14 in the first, and then 27 in that second quarter. Scoring plays were by as follows. John Milsick completed a pass to number 32, Ian Thomas, for 17 yards with a 2-point conversion. Good from Milsick to Aiden Wardzinski, 8-0. Wardzinski ran in the ball 2 yards out just 3 minutes later, made the score 14-0 Brentwood. In the second quarter at 10:23, John Milsick ran for 37-yard rushing touchdown. The 2-point conversion pass is good from Milsick to Fox, made the score 22-0. 8:13 left in the second quarter. Amir Spencer runs up the middle for 15 yards out. The 2-point conversion pass by Milsick to the player in the wideout, unfortunately, was no good. Made the score 28-0. And then in the second quarter at 4:54 left, Aiden Davis ran up the middle from 1 yard out to finish a great drive. The 2-point conversion run by Josh Reckner was no good. The score was 34-0 at that point. And then finally, our last score of the evening at 2:19 in the second quarter, John Milsick completed a pass to number 20, Aiden Wardzinski, for 60 yards out. The PAT point after was good by number 10, the kicker Janelle Latham, made this final score 41-0. Total offense from tonight's game. Brentwood finished with 516 yards on the evening compared to just 93 for the Wolverines. Yards per play, 44 plays, 11.7 per play. So they averaged a first down every single play they made.
Did they really? That's
they
unbelievable.
Did. Whereas the Wolverines finished with 40 plays, just 2.3 per play. Passing-wise, all in favor of the Spartans, 195-29. Rushing, here's the big one, 321 yards to just 64. Wow. The Spartans averaged, they had 32 carries. They averaged exactly 10 yards per rush. That's insane. Penalty-wise, this is the one thing that Brentwood's going to definitely have to fix. They had 12 penalties for 80 yards, with like almost 7 or 8 of them being
a lot of pre-snap penalties.
So that's something they're going to have to adjust for next week. Turnovers-wise, the Wolverines actually technically won this. The Brentwood Spartans had 2 fumble in the second quarter, and then also an interception in the end zone, but didn't result in any points. The Wolverines did have their own fumble that they lost, so Wolverines win that one technically 2-1. First downs-wise, 20-4 in favor of the Spartans. And then, unfortunately, talk about third down conversions for the Wolverines. 1 for 12 on the evening compared to 4 for 9 for the Spartans. Individual stats, passing-wise for the Wolverines, was Ryan Gibbons. He was 4 for 12 for 29 yards. Passing for Brentwood, John Milsick, 7 for 9, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns on the evening. At the same time, coming back with that, rushing-wise, John Milsick added 7 attempts, 128 yards, an 18.3 average, and 1 touchdown. So if you take those 2 stats, add them together, he accounted for 308 yards and 3 touchdowns. And technically just 14 plays. Insane. Aiden Wardzinski added 9 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Tate Jones had 7 carries, 55 yards. Amir Spencer, 3 for 34. And then Jace Keeb, 4 for 18. For the Wolverines, leading the way was Tyler Powell, 20 carries for 79 yards. That officially puts him up over the 700-yard mark on the season. So it's great to see that. Unfortunately, he didn't get the 100 yards per game, but 700 yards through 10 games with a struggling offense, that's not bad. That's a pretty good finish for
a couple
Tyler
longs in
Powell.
there, too. which is good.
Yeah.
He can break them.
Right.
We know that now.
Receiving wise for the Wolverines, 3 catches by Peyton O'Brien for 21 yards, and then 1 catch for Ashton Wilson, 1 for 8. I think those 2 players for next year will be some star play there, especially with Ashton Wilson there, returning kicks and being that great wideout that he came on. I mean, he came and made a name right around the 4th week, the 5th week, and he did some really good things there throughout the season from there on out. Brentwood, receiving-wise, Aiden Wardzinski, that 1 reception for 60 yards and a touchdown. Michael Silvio, 1 for 50. Ian Thomas, 2 for 32. Aiden Davis, 1 for 26. So there is your receiving yards for Brentwood. And then finally, for defense-wise for Brentwood, leading the way was number 58, Luke Bauer. Just some crazy numbers, and he was in the backfield. Now, I have it listed 3 tackles for loss, but he was definitely in the backfield. He made that initial contact, maybe had a couple 0 or no net gains, but
right.
man, wasn't he in the backfield. He finished with 8 tackles and 3 tackles for loss. And then leading the way, coming on in the end there was number 2, Zach Gatto. He finished the game with 7 tackles, and then he also had that 1 interception. So there are your final stats from tonight's game in Week 9. The Wolverines, unfortunately, fall to 0-10. Like I said, they finished their season. We will have all stats from this season along with this game tonight on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. We'll have a blog post for the last game tomorrow afternoon, mid-evening. Definitely it'll be, it should be most likely mid-afternoon because, unfortunately, I am stuck in a bet tomorrow from the Michigan-Notre Dame game because one of my fellow teachers is a Notre Dame fan and I'm a Michigan fan. So
I just have to interrupt you right there.
Yeah.
We went through a whole game.
Yes.
I've been with you for, a couple hours now.
Yep.
And I didn't bring it up. I did not bring it up. And you had to know I was going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But I was going to no. I'm going to let it go because we won. Penn State blew. Penn State beat Michigan. And I know you're going to whine about offensive pass interference.
Yep.
But we
100%.
beat you. We beat you. And I was going to let it go. And when you lose tomorrow to Notre Dame, I mean, that's –
See, I hope that doesn't happen. I'm hoping it doesn't.
So for someone like me, who to root for in that game is just about impossible.
Well, here's the thing. You should
a 0-0 tie would be like the most awesome thing I've ever seen.
What you should be thankful for is Penn State's not playing either of those two teams. A bet is that following week I have to wear an Irish green jersey and say "Go Irish" like every single period, versus this other teacher wearing a Wolverines jersey saying "Go Blue." So,
okay,
for my sake, you're hoping for the Michigan.
I am, and actually, I do. I want Michigan to win because that just helps the strength of conference, strength of schedule.
Very true. Very true.
And I mean, it's hard to. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
And I just went all night. And I didn't say a word. I made my mind up about Wednesday after you would not respond to my text that I'm not going to bring it up. Get back to your show, Brad. I'm sorry.
All right. So last thing we'll do here before we wrap it up tonight, we'll do some out-of-town scores. This one is not yet final, but wow, Central Valley up 45-6 on Aliquippa. I mean, that's record book stuff right there. I don't know. You have to go back to see when they've been held 0 points through a quarter, 0 points through a half. Mercy giving up over 40 points. I mean, it's been a while. It has to be probably a state championship game that may have happened or something fluky during the season or something like that. But there's that. Washington looks like they're going to hold on and win and beat McGuffey 28-14. So
that was a pretty big game.
That was a big game.
They were talking about that in the fan and KDK today.
Yeah, that's a big game. I think that pretty much solidifies Washington. I still will be the number 1 seed. They have battle. No doubt this team is going to be number 2 is Avonworth. They were up, and I think they defeated Shadyside Academy 35-7. They finished undefeated. So no doubt in my mind, Washington will be the 1 seed with Avonworth in number 2. You could see possibly. Now, again, I don't like this idea that they don't put the division winners or the conference winners 1, 2, 3, and 4, but you could see McGuffey there as a 3 or 4 seed, and then Burgettstown coming and sliding into play as well. A couple other scores. Newcastle beat Ambridge 56-7. So Newcastle makes it in. They bounced Knock. Knock went 5-0. and don't even make the playoffs to start the season.
Wow.
That's insane. So Newcastle, congrats to them. They'll make it. They'll move on into the first week of playoffs.
On the thought of Ambridge here, former Ellwood coach Don Phillips
Right.
took over Ambridge this year, and I think they went winless, did he not?
Yes, they did. Unfortunately, they did go on winless. That's a tough conference for Ambridge. Ambridge is a big school, and they I don't want to say very similar to us, but they've gone through coaching changes and program standards that have changed.
I remember when Don Phillips came into Ellwood City 13, 14 years ago, they were like 1-9, 0-10, and Coach Phillips turned it around. Good luck to Coach Phillips and Ambridge.
Right. No doubt that that program will be on the ups in the future. This one, I don't have a updated score as of right this second, but right around the end of the third quarter, Summit Academy did score a touchdown on Mohawk and go for two. Technically, Summit Academy is up 16-14 on Mohawk, so we'll keep an eye on that one. The last two games that we're going to talk about, and this is setting up playoffs. We have our 4 teams that are set, so we know that for a fact. So unfortunately, with me saying that, Western Beaver has been officially eliminated. So tomorrow's game, even if they win and go 7-3, think about that.
Wow.
7-3, they will not make playoffs. That's just mind-boggling in our conference. But
credit. Moy, the coaching staff down there, because
Head coach
they
Moy,
were a team. If we'd have went back here 11 weeks ago tonight, Brad, we'd have said, "Hey, Western Beaver, they're going to be at the bottom."
Yeah, they were going to be better, maybe win 1 or 2 more games, but definitely did not see even contention.
If they'd have made 500, we'd have been surprised at that.
Yeah.
So
here we go. So the 2A Midwestern games that we're on tonight, Neshannock goes on to defeat Shenango 13-7. A sloppy game for Neshannock, but they did win. They will clinch the conference title with that win. Now, here we go again. I don't like this, but tomorrow, if Freedom beats Western Beaver, then they will have the same record. Both of them will share the conference. It's not at that point, the number 1 seed versus number 2 in the conference goes based upon head-to-head. But they will share the title, which, me personally, again, I don't like it.
But Freedom beat Neshannock, so in
right. So if Freedom wins, technically Freedom will be the 1 seed, and Neshannock will be the 2, but they do share the conference title. I never liked that, but it is what it is. So there's that, and then here's the final score. So here's our 4 teams. You guessed it, New Brighton did beat Riverside 42-26. So with that win, and that's a big game, not only because New Brighton had a win to get in, but more importantly, they now bounce Riverside to the 4th seed. So your number 1 seed, as of technically right now, would be Neshannock 1, Freedom 2, New Brighton 3, and Riverside 4. With tomorrow, if Freedom winning, Freedom will and Neshannock would flip to 1 and 2 and so forth. So there you go. We'll have all the stats from tonight's game, some updates, and who knows? Maybe we can talk to each other this week, Thad, Sturgeon, and I. Maybe we can talk, and maybe I can give him a Word document or Google Doc and send it to him, and maybe we can have a little battle of the playoffs in the 2A and maybe even the 3A, or who knows? Maybe we can preview every single playoff game and make our picks.
That'd be great. That's a great
idea. Do a little competition.
That's a great idea.
And we'll have everything. We'll do a preview. The one thing that I always try to do each year at the end of the year is when they go to states playoffs. I love watching those games. I always try to do a write-up of each team, especially the Philadelphia teams that we never even talk about until then. But, again, you can catch all that information. There will be a blog post, the whole works, www.ecwolverines.com. That take us out.
Well, thank you, Brad. I said this before. I thank Brad for everything. He is the producer of this broadcast. I try to read some stuff during the week, and we talk and text, do all that stuff during the week. But I got some notes I have when I come in, but Brad's the one that has stuff highlighted for me, ready to go. Makes my job very, very easy and a whole lot of fun. With that, I want to give a shout-out to Colby Ray. He helps us here. He runs the huddle, and we see him sometimes here in there. And Dakota for his help on Dakota Marshall for his help on the camera here for 5 or 6 games this year. With that, on behalf of Brad Windhorse and myself, Thad Sturgeon, completing our third year of working together doing this. Looking forward to doing it for a fourth. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. We'll see you down the road. Thanks. Good night.